What's up, everybody? Welcome to Turning Pages with Paul and Lesley. My name is Paul.
Hey, everybody, and I'm Leslie.
We are excited to be back here with you again for the second week in a row. In fact, I
yes.
believe that deserves some applause. 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row. We are here.
We did it, Paul.
Man, how cool is that?
That's really cool. So glad to be with everybody today. Thank you all so much for your support and the feedback this past week. Thank you.
You were really cool with the feedback last week because Lesley, she put a challenge out there.
I did.
My favorite thriller is Never Lie. Yeah, not Never
Lies.
Lies. You know what? Never Lie is one of the books that someone said would knock lies off the top. Now I got it.
You got
Never Lie was one of the books that someone said would knock lies off of the top.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not sure about that, but I'm going to read it.
I do have Never Lie.
And we do have that in our collection.
Yes.
And then there were, I think, 2 or 3 other page turners who recommended some books that they thought would knock lies off of my top list. So I'm going to get those other books in my collection. I'll either get them through Kindle or I'll pick one up as a hard copy and I'll read those and I will let you know if they were good enough to me to take the number 1 spot.
Boy, that's going to be fun.
That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited about that. 383 of you guys viewed that video from last week, our thrillers video. So thank you so much for doing that. And I just wanted to kind of give you an update because I think the last time I told you we were coming close to 700 or somewhere around that. And I think when I went back and looked, we were at like 707 subscribers. As of right now, when we're filming this, we are at 734 subscribers.
Wow, thank you all.
You guys are amazing. You are amazing. Thank you for supporting.
Your support.
Yes, thank you for supporting the channel, for supporting the content. A lot of you talk about how much you enjoy our content, and we are so humbled.
Yeah, very. And so we enjoy the content.
Yeah, we enjoy being here with you all.
We enjoy doing it.
Page turners, you are the absolute best.
Absolutely. What a community.
Yes. So today, we're going to be talking about the books that were most fun for us to read.
Oh, wow.
There's some books that we had a lot of fun reading, coming back to them every time we picked them up, smile on our faces, excited about having it in our hand. And so Leslie's got 3 and I've got 3. And as always, as is the tradition of our channel, Lesley is going to start us off with one of her books that was most fun for her to read.
Oh, that's good. Listen, I had to go back in the archives and pull some that I really had fun every day, even when I was working every day and saying, after work, I'm going to read this. After work, I'm going to read this. After work, I'm going to put this in my audio in the car as I drive home. And that's how fun and how good these were. And this first one is, an oldie but goodie. I don't know how many of you out there had a chance to read this particular book. It's a first in a series. It was so popular back then. Let me see what the copyright date, if I can find it. 2012.
Wow.
That's how long ago this was put out. And this first book in this, The Lunar Chronicles, Cinder. Cinder.
Oh, now that book looks familiar to me.
Now get it now. Cinder as in
Rella.
Yes, so good.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Even in the future, the story begins with once upon a time. Humans and androids crowd the raucous streets of New Beijing. A deadly plague ravages the population. From space, a ruthless lunar people watch, waiting to make their move. No one knows that Earth's fate hinges on one girl.
Wow.
This one, Paul and page turners, if you've ever read it, was so good. And there's several of these, and they all, kind of mimic one of the fairy tales. But in a new kind of way.
All right.
And wow, this was written by Marissa Meyer. And when I say Marissa Meyer back then was one of the most famous YA writers because of this series. Man, I'm telling you, and I got it late. I did not read this when it was released.
Okay.
I read this in like the early, like 2020, 2021, something like that. And I was like, whoa, this is so good. Now I started the others, did not care for them as much as I cared for this one.
Okay.
This was great.
Awesome.
Very, very good. Very great idea. Just a great idea to do a spinoff of a very well-known fairy tale and just make it a YA book.
Yeah, something up to
date.
There
you go. That
something
was
up
fun.
to date that you can kind of get with, right?
Yeah, it was so fun. It was so fun.
So my book, this is odd. I know this is going to be an odd choice, everybody, but hang in there with me, all right? My book is a book called The Let Them Theory. And I know that I've showed you guys this book a couple times, and it's because right now it's my current read, and normally I would be done with this book. In fact, I need to be done with it because it's November and I'm supposed to be starting my other book that I'm supposed to read before November goes out. So I need to go ahead and knock this out. Okay, let me get off that. So the Let Them Theory, right? The reason this book is so much fun is because I'm learning so much. There is so much content in this book that I can, each time I read it, each chapter, not even a chapter, each page, there's something that I can pick up from this book that helps me, helps me with relationships, help me to stop worrying about pleasing people, helps me to see the benefit of prioritizing myself. Like there's so many things. And I read a page to Lesley today talking about how no matter how hard you try to make people happy, in some way, shape, or form, you're going to fail. And so it's kind of that helps us to take the emphasis off of making ourselves unhappy, to make other people happy, and to do things because we want to, because it brings us joy and fulfillment. And for the place that I'm in right now in my life, this book is really, really it's really, really enjoyable for me. Every time I pick it up, like I said, I read something that makes me smile. She tells stories that are so much like my own stories that it makes me laugh to realize that I did some of the things that she did. And that I wasn't the only one who did it. There's just something wonderful about, honey, knowing that you weren't the only one to make certain mistakes in life. And that's why I'm having so much fun with this book, The Let Them Theory. Never thought it would be fun, thought it would only be educational and inspirational. This book has been fun for me to read.
That's so cool.
It's good. It's good.
That's so cool. So my next one is just a straight out middle grade read.
Okay.
Who doesn't like a children's book? Okay.
All right.
Who doesn't have fun reading books for kids?
All right.
And this one is no exception. This is Amari and the Night Brothers.
I've seen that before. I've seen that before.
Listen, this one was so fun reading for several reasons, but one of the main reasons for me is to be able to see a beautiful little girl that looks like me or look like me on the cover of a fantasy book. And wow, this was such a great read. This was the intro of this author, his debut book, and it did not disappoint. He had people like Angie Thomas make comments, Nick Stone, some of your greatest middle grades and young adult writers. They're some of the greatest African-American young adult and children's authors there are. Angie Thomas and Nick Stone. Angie Thomas did On the Come Up. The Hate You Give. I mean, and she said Amari is magical. Nick Stone said the heroine we all need. And she couldn't have explained that better than that. That was so true. Amari is on the search for her brother. Not sure where he is. Apparently he is thought to be dead. They find out he is not. And she goes into a whole different world. She lives with her mom. They live in pretty much poverty. Mom works day and night, day in, day out, trying to just, make a living for Amari. But at the same time, still misses and mourns the loss of her son. This is so real.
Okay.
This is so it speaks to the culture at its best. And this little teenage girl she's got so much moxie, so much courage, so much determination.
Oh wow.
And she's got powers that she didn't even know she had.
Cool beans.
And they just relay it back to the culture, relay it back to having courage and being bold and not giving up on yourself, being confident in yourself and not giving up on you. I could go on and on about this book. As you can see, it's annotated.
Yeah, you did that.
It's annotated up. And when I say this is so good. And there is a second book. I believe a third book is come out as well.
Okay.
But I keep going back to the first one. It was so rich. The second one is good, but it's not as good as this one. Okay. I have to say it was good now. It was good. Right. And it continues, and I have to get this third book.
Okay.
But B.B. Austin is a wonderful fantasy author, wonderful middle grade author. And yeah, this one was so fun to read.
And you know what? That is a really pretty book.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's hard to see it through camera.
It's
beautiful. I'm sitting across from you, and I can see that how the Amari's name is like in 3D.
Yeah,
it's raised lettering.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful book.
It's a beautifully done book.
Yeah,
so pretty. I love the extra. There, sometimes the authors and the illustrators they go the extra mile.
The extra mile.
I think when I see a cover like this, like you said, they went the extra mile because the paper is just a different matted but glossy.
Yeah,
it's just a different look for a book.
So my second book that was fun for me to read. It was fun because I had to put my detective's cap on and I was trying to solve the crime. This book was fun to read every time. In fact, this was one of the books that I would be reading at night while Lesley would be asleep. And I had a little book light that pinned to the book. And I would be sitting over in the corner at night. I should be asleep. But I couldn't sleep because this book was so good and I wanted to try and figure out who done it. This book is the first one I read by Alex Michaelides, and it is The Fury. Y'all, so all right. This was when I was really kind of getting back into reading books. And The Fury pulled me in. I was trying to figure out who the killer was, who did it, and I was completely off. I know I told her 2 or 3 times that I thought different people had done it, that she read it before me, and I was wrong each time, and she thought it was funny. But I kept reading because I knew that before the book ended, I would know who was responsible. Well, I was wrong every time. And when I found out who it was, I was blown away. The whole book, the way he put it together, the way he built the characters, the way he built the history of the book and everything and why they were where they were and how it was a place where they visited and even the natives that lived there, the scenery, even the idea for the Fury, what the Fury was actually.
Yeah, I love that.
So many elements and pieces that he used to make this book entertaining. And usually I don't have that much fun reading a book that's like a thriller mystery type book. But this one, you can see my enthusiasm, can't you? I enjoyed this one. The Fury by Alex Michaelides was a fun read.
I'm looking forward to his 4th book.
Yeah, me too.
I've been looking. I hope I haven't missed it.
Yeah, well, we'll be ready when
we got the page turners to keep us up to date.
Yeah, y'all let us know when you see it. When you see it, let us know.
See it, let us know.
Yeah. So what do you have? What's your last one, honey?
You know what? You said fun.
Yeah.
I thought funny.
Okay.
So I said, in fact, the person that wrote a little something at the top of this book said funny and smart, twisty and surprising.
Okay.
And that's a good way to define this book. Finley Donovan is killing it.
Wow.
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah, oh my.
Listen, I didn't know what this book was going to be about. I
oh my goodness!
It was on sale at the book outlet, and I said, "Why not? Let me try this book out." And Paul, well, you read it.
I have.
So listen, it's so funny.
Yes, it is.
And I have a favorite character in this book.
Okay.
I do. I'm not going to say who she is.
Okay.
But she is, it's not Finlay. It's her babysitter.
Yeah.
And her babysitter is hilarious.
Yeah, she is.
But this one says it's murder being a hip mom. Finlay Donovan is killing it, except she's not. She really isn't. She's really not. As a stressed out single mom of 2 and a struggling novelist, Finlay finds her life in chaos. When Finlay is overheard discussing the plot of her new suspense novel with her agent over lunch, she's mistaken for a contract killer and inadvertently accepts an offer to dispose of a problem husband.
Man.
Finlay soon discovers that crime in real life is a lot more difficult than its fictional counterpart as she becomes tangled in a murder investigation. When I say this is funny,
hilarious.
I'm gonna start reading the others.
Yeah, we need to.
But because I'm sure we're gonna get a good laugh out of it.
Yeah.
But when I say this was funny,
it was really funny.
It was funny.
It was really funny.
It wasn't anything scary about this at all to me.
No, it wasn't.
It was just pure laughter.
Yeah.
So I had to put this one in.
That's a good choice.
Finlay Donovan is killing.
That is a good choice. If you're reading something heavy and you're coming off something really, really heavy, Finlay Donovan is killing it is a really good choice to lighten things up. Now, Paige Turners, I have to let you in on the secret. She would be reading that book and she would be laughing. I'm talking about laughing, not giggling, laughing. And I'm thinking, what is she laughing about? And when I started reading the book, I understood and I thought, man, this is really a unique way to write like a mystery type. Well, I don't know if it's a mystery. I don't know what to call this book. It's comedic for sure.
It is. It's a murder investigation.
Okay, maybe that.
I don't even know. Did we have to figure anything out? No.
Yeah. There was some stuff. There was some mysteries in there.
Yeah, there were. You're right.
Yeah, there was some mysteries.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
You're right. There were several.
Yeah.
There were several.
Yeah, and some things came to the front.
Right. Yeah.
Eventually. But
I can't wait to read the next one.
Hilarious book, y'all. Yeah. Hilarious. All right, so the last one for me. Man, I kind of wish I would have chosen that one. Should I just take that one and forget this one?
You want to share this one? No, you already said you got another one.
Okay, I'll share this one. So this one was another book. I read this on the Kindle, even though I have the physical book. Just because the words were just a little small for me.
Yeah.
This book was fun because fantasy.
Yeah.
And Lesley says it's called Romantasy.
Yeah.
And I never read anything like that before. And I didn't even know what I was in for. But the picture, the visualization, I can say it. Let me try it again. Visualization, for me, my imagination running wild. Seeing the world that they lived in. Seeing the dragons.
I already know what you're
seeing
talking
them
about.
ride the dragons.
We already know.
Seeing it all happen.
What you talking about?
Visualizing what each character looked like. I'm talking about The Fourth Wing, baby. By Rebecca Yarros.
Special.
Every time I read this, it transported me.
To that
into their world. And that was so fun.
It was.
Because I don't know if I had ever read a book that took me there the way this one did, because she was so descriptive.
She was
of the dragons in the book. She was descriptive of the people.
She was,
and even the place where they were, the environment. It was just so real, and some of the scenes you kind of felt like you were there. And that's one of the things I like about reading. Is reading makes us use our imagination. Much unlike television, where everything is given to you, you have to create it. And I would be willing to say that each of these characters looks different to each one of us.
I love that.
Who has read this book, right?
I love that.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. And that is the power of imagination, and individuality.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So
beautiful. That's what makes reading books so much fun.
Yeah.
Because we all get to see it the way we build it.
That's right.
In our minds, even though the author does a great job in describing them.
Oh, absolutely.
We still see them.
Yeah. And she paints a wonderful picture for us to imagine and see.
Yeah. Yeah.
In our mind's eye. And I appreciate that so much of authors that do that beautifully. And there's just some authors that do it like they're exemplary in doing it.
Yeah, I would say that.
Than others.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would say that. So that's mine, the fourth wing.
That was a good one. That was a fun one. I thought that was fun too.
It was fun. It was fun. Finlay Donovan, though, I got that.
Man, I think she wins the prize.
Yeah, I've got to admit, I think that was the most
just funny, man.
Of all of them.
There's some others that we could have called out that were funny. And, you know, but this one, I said this one I enjoyed reading. I did need to laugh at the time. Yeah. And it had me laugh. I mean, I was in stitches, like you said.
Yeah, it was funny. It was indeed funny. Everybody, those are our books. Lesley gave you 3. I gave you 3. What are your 3?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, tell us what your 3 are in the comments. And as you know, Lesley has a question that she asks every week. We want to know the answer. What's that question, baby?
Yeah, that question is, what pages are you turning today?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Please.
We would love to hear from you, as we always do. Yeah. And we do our very best to respond back. I think I responded back as far as 2 weeks ago, and I sent a big apology to that page turner. But we respond back quickly.
Yeah, we do our best to make sure we get back. And when you comment, we go ahead and we respond. If we take a little bit, it's just because life is life, right?
Life is life,
and you know, we're doing things, but we promise we will get to your comments and we will respond. Okay. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We hope that you had fun. Please go ahead and give us that thumbs up. That's a like. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you share this with your friends and your family who enjoy reading as much as we do. Hit that subscribe button,
please.
If you haven't already, let's go ahead and get to 800 subscribers. All right. We're excited about doing that. And then hit that notification bell so that you know every time we are back with some new content. All right, everybody. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Honey, do you want to go ahead and close us out?
Listen, thank you for joining us. And please don't forget to just keep turning those pages. See you next time.
Peace.